Hello, and welcome to the Virtual Global Power Projection Overview. The intent of the program is to provide a virtual representation of the battlefield environment to provide current force training and future concept employment strategy development. The system represents both current and future weapons systems within a flexible framework enabling rapid, repeatable evaluations to be conducted and providing qualitative courses of action data, as well as operator training and feedback. The simulation uses a realistic 3D Earth framework, which includes a model of ground clutter and horizon line of sight limitations, and every interaction is governed and constrained by the applicable laws of physics. The software is built around a powerful and intuitive point-and-click mouse interface, making warfighter intervention and dynamic battle management simple and swift. The key enabler of this approach is the ability of the air component commander to choose current and future cost-constrained systems, place units, set patrol and intercept zones, define rules of engagement, and finally manage the campaign from the tactical to the global level in real time. This is not a prototype. This is a fully functioning and physically accurate simulation. The program's top-down representation of the world provides ease of use and interpretation. The simulation's map has the ability to represent an enormous amount of information, including the positions, speeds, altitudes, and AI behaviors of all of the platforms in the fray, as well as the ranges and sensors of weapons involved. The heart of the simulation engine is the sensor model, represented on a per-unit and per-sensor basis in incredible detail. The sensors have distinct types, roles, and capabilities defined by a variety of traits that effectively model both their strengths and their weaknesses. Sensors can only provide information about objects within their detection volume. The range, type, velocity, heading, side, communication state, and emissions can only be known based upon the detecting sensor's capabilities. The map display for any participant only shows the real-time information available to that user based upon sensors and communication lines. This provides a realistic fog of war that can only be pierced by careful reconnaissance. Sensors are also realistically linked to the weapons that rely on them. In many cases, illumination by a sensor must be provided before a platform can attack a target, and all of the limitations resulting from fouling conditions, including weather, line of sight, electronic warfare, countermeasures, stealth, and more, serve to realistically complicate weapon fires, both friendly and enemy. The simulation is linked to a database that contains nearly every aircraft, ship, submarine, or land facility created or used after 1945, and can be further edited to represent new and emerging technologies within a small span of time. Each platform is modeled separately and includes details of tactical range, fuel capacity, maneuverability, maximum and minimum altitude, as well as sensors mated to the platform. Further, aircraft can be customized by use of a loadout system that includes historical and hypothetical loadouts, all of which realistically affect maneuvering capabilities, range, fuel capacity, fuel use, sensors, and weapons options. This enables a realistic accounting of warfare in the land, sea, and air, both past, present, and future. The simulation's built-in artificial intelligence implements the plans and strategies set out by the warfighter. It is further affected by a proficiency scale that affects unit reaction and targeting times. Units may operate under custom doctrine and rules of engagement, which allow the tactician to tailor his force's response in great detail. The very same surface-to-air missile battery that is a worthless toy when staffed by untrained, unfed crews shifts into a deadly weapon even against ultra-modern aircraft under the expert hands of well-trained, motivated operators. The deadliest combat units are only as sharp as their crews and only as effective as their doctrine. The simulation is at the forefront of a gathering wave of software tools that promise to transform wargaming, leveraging the tracking capabilities of modern computing hardware to discreetly and accurately model battlefields near and far. The war of the future promises to be conducted at a higher tempo than ever before. Therefore, devising the right strategies and making the right investment decisions in peacetime is more important than ever. The wargame of the future will allow repeatable testing of hypothetical platforms, strategies, and tactics. to measure and decide the path forward on a broad spectrum, enabling a more accurate depiction of the balance of power and advancing efforts to maintain U.S. dominance. The training of the future must provide soldiers, sailors, and airmen the ability to experience the value of rapid comms, coordinated strikes, and the synergy a total force concept brings to the fight. This affordable training and evaluation platform provides the framework that will allow this future training. The result will bring the knowledge and wisdom currently held by a few analysts to the entire joint force in an engaging, hands-on learning environment.